We're waiting for the dip. You still haven't bought Bitcoin? No, it's gonna drop below 5K and then we're all in. Yeah, well, good luck with that. Driver, we're done here.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. So today is Tuesday. Hope you're having an awesome day so far. And if we have a look at what is going on, sound the alarms, ring the bells, we have blast off. That's right, guys. We now have a Bitcoin that is sitting over $5,500. And as you can see right here, Bitcoin is really leading the way today at 5%. You can see a lot of the other top altcoins really not keeping up with it. Bitcoin Cash is. But yeah, for the most part, Bitcoin's definitely leading the way. And that's why yesterday, guys, I said I actually had switched some of my portfolio into Bitcoin. I'm about 50% Bitcoin right now. I was sitting a lot lower. So I'm actually kind of glad that I decided to do that. But as you can see here, we almost have a $185 billion market cap. Bitcoin dominance actually went up to 53.2%. I think a lot of people are trying to ride this Bitcoin wave right now. And as we can see, the biggest gainers now, Digix DAO, it's 19%, but it actually had a crazy pump yesterday, so it's still pulling back a little bit. Tezos doing quite well. Icon had some good news yesterday. Aurora, Cardano, Aeon, Elf, Knowles, lots of gainers today. It's a good day today. Good day in crypto. So yeah, getting back to what Scarface said over here. There's an old crypto meme from a couple years ago. 1K, I'll buy the next dip. 2K, it'll pull back and I'll buy everything. 3K, I'm not worried. 5K, has to drop soon, then I'm all in. 10K, FOMO. So there you go. Now, having a look at what is going on with this chart. So we were talking about this yesterday. We were getting very, very, very close to the end of this pretty much breakout point that we were calling. We finally got above this $5,350 mark. You could see we struggled. We had a little bit of struggle right there, but volume came in to save us and we skyrocketed, touching 5,653. So this makes our new resistance, which we were also talking about yesterday. It's crazy how this is all just playing out, the way that we thought it would. But yeah, so, if we were to fall down, I know now that we had some gains, everybody wants to know the negative scenario. I mean, hopefully we maintain resistance now at this $5,300 type mark. I mean, is this line going to extend out to here, or have we played it out? At this point, that's probably it. But yeah, I mean, zooming out a little bit, having a look at what's going on. So we have confirmation on the golden cross. You see, if I take this out right here, you actually see we're starting to cross. I mean, it's basically there. If we come back later tonight, it'll be fully crossed over, right? And as usual, obviously we still have the 200 weekly moving average, coming up very nicely. Now, a lot of people are saying this still could potentially be the ultimate bottom support. So, I mean, yeah, if we were to dump all the way down, I guess worst case scenario would be $3,500, but realistically, I don't think that's happening. Let's just be honest, guys. I think those numbers are far gone, and we've definitely seen the last of them, but that's just my opinion. Could be wrong. Always could be a black swan event. So, I did want to talk about, though, Phil, because he was the one yesterday where we were talking about the potential of a crazy 50% Bitcoin increase, which is just massive. I don't know if we're going to, have that much of an increase. But as you can see right here, he's talking more about, he's got the Bitfinex longs pulled up, and he says that the short positions as well as Bitfinex are now higher than those that preceded the breakout, which took us from 4 to 5K. Long story short, you can sort of read what he's saying, but he's saying he's pretty much still feeling pretty bullish about things. So that pretty much just rhymes with what we were saying yesterday. He also continued and said that Bitcoin continues to grind up without sign of there being any leverage positions being taken up, which implies to me that there is an aggressive spot buying in the market, which those shorting it cannot stop. This leads us to a scenario where there will be short positions heavily exposed. Around 6K shorts are underwater and at risk of being liquidated. And you can see Moon Overlord says right here, you want to short this? Be my guest. Be my guest, right? So, moving on, Crypto Rand, he's saying looking pretty solid, bullish pennant, on the making, target of over the $6,000 region. Now, clearly this happened before we had that little breakout. So, we'll see. I mean, we got stomped out a little bit. Are we going to be going up to 6,000? We could be. It's possible. You know, maximum pain scenario, shoots through 6,000, rest right above 6,000, luring longs in, dump back down to the 4,000s in 2 days, have everyone scream, "This is the end," and then slowly move back up. And I wouldn't be surprised. That is crypto. That is Bitcoin. But for today, we will take it. And friendly reminder, guys, Anthony Pompliano, you know, he's pretty much, you know, probably the biggest Bitcoin bull there is out there. He says Bitcoin is the only $95 billion market cap asset I have ever seen that has a realistic chance of a 20 to 50x increase in value over a 5-year period. Sometimes the best trade is the simplest. And remember, these guys were making bets saying that they were saying Bitcoin is going to perform the S&P and basically all traditional assets, right? So, you know, they're putting their money where their mouth is, of course. And that being said, when you just step back and have a look, realistically, which one of these two options do you really think is more viable? You know, trying to move around all these bars of gold, or, you know, this little hardware wallet? You know, you got to think about the times, man. It's digital times, and Bitcoin is realistically just the best form of currency, store of value. You know how I feel about it, guys. So also, on a serious note, the IMF wants to get rid of cash so they can levy negative interest rates on your money in the bank. This is why the world needs Bitcoin. This was a really big story. A lot of people were talking about it. I didn't cover it on my channel. I figured it was getting enough exposure, but it is something to consider as well. And also, if you're wondering why I'm not following the official Bitcoin account on Twitter, well, it's because it's actually run by Bitcoin Cash. And because of that, you know, if you guys are new, this is an issue that a lot of people have. I just want to let you guys know, this is kind of a side tangent, but you can see right here, Crypto Meme Central, he was basically saying letting Bitcoin keep the Twitter handle without disclosure that it's promoting Bitcoin Cash is like having the knockoff brand Rolex being allowed to operate the Rolex account. And Max Kaiser says he agrees 100% that Bitcoin Cash is a fraud. Actually, you can see right here, like, here's an example. You know, you wouldn't let, you know, LGG keep the Lee Jeans handle. You wouldn't let Sunbucks keep the Starbucks handle. You wouldn't let NNKIE keep the Nike Twitter handle. Ballstar keep the Converse Twitter handle, right? So that's a situation that we've had in the space. This has been going on for quite some time with the whole Bitcoin Cash thing. But just to let you guys know, you know, yeah, this is actually run by, you know, Bitcoin Cash people if you're new to the space. But not that I have anything really against that, but it is a little misleading. I would say it's a little misleading. So anyway, getting off topic, I went on a tangent on that. This was not meant to be a video about Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin. That is definitely not for today's topic, but I do want to talk about how you can now shop with Bitcoin on Amazon using Lightning Network. This is really big news. This is awesome. So it says crypto payment processing startup Moon, what a great name, right? Announced today that any Lightning-enabled wallet can now also be used through Moon's browser extension. So it says before this Lightning feature, roughly 250 beta users already used Moon to spend crypto on e-commerce sites by connecting the browser's it's a browser extension to exchanges like Coinbase, for example, right? So you had the Moon CEO saying the extension will pop up a QR code and it will have the Lightning invoice, which you could also copy and paste if you can't use the QR code for some reason, and you'll be able to pay with whatever your favorite Lightning wallet is. Now, they do say, to be clear, Amazon itself never touches Bitcoin, okay? Basically, it's converted to fiat. Amazon receives the fiat. Now, is this Satoshi's vision? No, it's not Satoshi's vision, but it's a step in the right direction, and it will help adoption, right? And it'll make it a lot easier for guys like me who, you know, I'm pretty much sitting, you know, don't do what I do, not financial advice, but I'm sitting pretty hefty in crypto, guys. I think you guys know my feelings on this. He does say, though, that the 2020 Lightning-enabled feature should work on almost any e-commerce site, regardless of whether the platform accepts Bitcoin directly. This is what it looks like right here. I don't have it downloaded. This is my first time actually even hearing about it. So yeah, there you go. So basically it just kind of adds on, and here you go, you know, slide to pay with Moon, and that's that. So pretty cool, guys, pretty cool. Now you can shop on Amazon. There's some other options as well, but now you can do it with Lightning. So there you go. Now, I also want to talk about a new survey that was reported by Arirang TV. It says Bitcoin is becoming more popular among South Korean investors. The survey was performed by the Korea Financial Investors Protections Foundation, which canvassed 2,500 South Koreans between the age of 25 and 64 at the year end of 2018 across Seoul and 5 other of the country's biggest cities. So the results revealed that 7.4% of Koreans polled that they owned crypto, which is actually up from 6.4% in the previous year. This is good. This is adoption, right? They say the average size of the allocation is roughly 6,100, reflecting a 64% increase over the prior 12 months. South Korean investors demonstrated resilience during the prolonged crypto winter. Way to go, South Korea. It's widely cited that millennials fuel much of the demand in crypto, yet it's Generation Xers that are pouring the most funds into the space in the country. South Koreans in their 50s are allocating an average of $11,000 into crypto, which is close to twice the average amount, and is followed by investors in their 40s and 30s respectively. So there you go, which is interesting because usually you see younger people taking bigger risks and people that are, older usually are a little more reserved with their money, right? So this is an interesting one. So talking about some coin news, and then we got to get on out of here, guys, because actually today's video, as you can see, I'm going through it kind of quick. I do have to catch an airplane in just a few hours. So I'm trying to get this video out before then. So you can see right here, Binance has completed its BNB mainnet swap and has open deposits and withdrawals. So what do you have to do? What actions do you have to take? Absolutely nothing. They've made it completely idiot proof, and they've done it for us. So after the mainnet swap is complete, your BNB deposit addresses will change. So just keep that in mind. You're no longer sending it to an ERC20 address. You're sending it to the Binance chain, okay? And it says that the original ERC20 BNB tokens can still be deposited into your Ethereum deposit address on Binance after the swap. We will automatically convert these ERC20 BNB tokens to Binance chain BNB tokens for you. Okay, so this is what centralized exchanges can do, even though I, don't recommend leaving your coins on the exchange. So yeah, if you're holding it off the exchange, you send your BNB to your ERC20 address and they'll convert it for you. So there you go. Just please be careful, that you're sending it to the right address, okay? We also have Berlin-based fintech enterprise, I think it's WeVest Digital AG, has chosen the Stelar network for its future security token services. It says the move aligns with WeVest plans to develop a single platform with the essential domains of an investment bank. So there you go. That's pretty good news for Stelar as well. I feel like Stelar really hasn't really been in the limelight lately. I feel like, which is, I'm a fan of Stelar. I like Stelar. But yeah, this is good to hear. Stellar's one of those, they just kind of quietly work, one of those put your head down, just kind of keep working projects. Also, side note, Beam Wallet for iOS is out on mainnet. Some of you may need this, so there you go. So also, moving on, Mt. Gox, still talking about Mt. Gox. I want to ask you guys, is anyone in the audience, anyone watching right now, was anyone involved in this Mt. Gox thing? I mean, are there still people that are dealing with this? I mean, that watch the channel? I'm just curious, what has your experience been? Have you basically just thrown in the towel? Are you still fighting for this stuff? What is going on? So they say right here that users who held Bitcoin on Mt. Gox and filed certain self-admission rehabilitation claims could reportedly receive some of their funds back. Now, this is according to an unconfirmed email. It says the creditors who objected to our self-approved rehabilitation claim withdrew their objections. As a result, the approval of your self-approved rehabilitation claim has become effective, and you no longer need to file an application for claim assessment. Now, although that wording is a little bit confusing, some people have interpreted the email to mean that even Mt. Gox users who failed to fill out a rehabilitation claim after losing their Bitcoin have had a claim automatically made in their name, which has now been approved. But keep in mind, this is unconfirmed at this point. So take it with a grain of salt, guys. Oh, and here, let's just end on some positive news today because I do got to get going. But over $272,000 were raised in Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Bitcoin Cash in the new crypto campaign for Venezuela. You can see right here, they're trying to have 100,000 people verified so that they could help them receive their donations. Right now, they have about 60,000. Yeah, so they said their objective is to get around 1 million, so they have 272K right now. Yeah, so there you go. Really good initiative, and I'm very happy to see that. And yeah, so before we go, this guy bought this pizza directly with Bitcoin, Deli News Pizza in Long Beach, California. So there you go, Bitcoin pizza, get it in. And that being said, guys, that is it for me. So thank you so much for coming back to the channel. I really appreciate it. Today's video was super lightning quick, but like I said, I got to get it out before I got to go. But I definitely wanted to make sure to bring this to you guys. And yeah, that's really it. So thank you so much for everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting. Smashing the likes. Yeah, definitely hitting the bell notification. You guys know every Monday we gave away our ledger yesterday. Actually, wow, I haven't received an email yet for this ledger. But I can't do the giveaway today. But yeah, so if nobody answers me by tomorrow, we're going to give it away again. So that being said, yeah, definitely keep an eye on that. I'll let you know. So that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy your day. Really quick, let's have a look and see what Bitcoin's doing. Seems to be maintaining all right. Just kind of hanging out, just chilling. So yeah, it's another nice day in crypto. Feels good to be in the markets. Feels good to be in the space. Thank you so much for joining me on another beautiful day. That being said, my name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.